love you all. Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
This is for you, Kenny. It's the Florida Love Show, paying love forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and his dream. Every special guest brings their love to the set, and the interview flies, it all comes alive like a duet. He wears many hearts, so he has a very special side. In the Brooklyn Cafe, it's a big love buffet. With roses galore, and you are adored. Come take a bouquet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Shine your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Love this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Give the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show. Love you.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you, Sha. So Sha is the Florida Love Show singer. She sings the Florida Love Show theme song. Love you, love you, love you, Sha. And I want to wish all you lovers a huge I love you and thank you for watching the Florida Love Show today. So I'm Kenny Love. I'm the founder and creator, host, and lover of the Florida Love Show. Florida Love is a nonprofit, 501c3. Love is free. Everything on Florida Love is free. So for me, the show today has so much love. So much love. We're going to be loving Emilia Love, as you see here, and with her whole family and her, especially her grandparents, Maria and Ernesto. And also, I want to wish all my Jewish friends a happy Passover. I want to wish all my Christian friends or Catholic friends a happy Easter. It's also Good Friday today. So love you, love you, love you. And whoever else, whatever you're celebrating, I love you. Love you. So let's spread the love all over the world to create world love. So today, as I always do before the show, I go to Publix and I go to get my roses. And I give out roses at Publix and people light up and I say I love you to them, and it's amazing. It's the best. It's priceless. So after George Floyd passed, I didn't know what to do, but I knew I wanted to do something. I wanted to make a difference. And when I saw what that officer did to him, I was crying. I was just, I couldn't, I said, I got to do something. So I went to my idol, okay, who happens to be, let me get this out here. Just give me 1 second. Here's my idol, Martin Luther King. And I said, what do I do? He says, hand out roses to every African American and say, I love you. Now, I was on my way out of Whole Foods to the show with 6 dozen roses. So I went back in and I gave out roses to every African American and I said, I love you. And it was just amazing. And I just want to read this because I have a dream that we all love each other as human beings. That's why I created Florida Love, to create world love. So I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed, that all men are created equal. All men and women are created equal. All human beings are created equal. So I love you, love you, love you. So the news ended up covering it, and Sun Sentinel, Boca del Rey, the newspapers, and the TV news. So I'm going to show you the first TV news where we give out roses in front of Bed Bath & Beyond in Boca Raton, and we say I love you. Please play the first TV news.
Welcome back. Now at 5:30, who couldn't use a little love right now?
One Pompano Beach businessman is making it his mission to spread love all around by giving out the flower of love to random strangers. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has this heartwarming story.
There's an old song with lyrics that say what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Ken Lehrman is living that moment in a movement he created called Roses for Change.
We love you.
The idea for Roses for Change came about after the death of George Floyd and the turmoil that followed.
I felt their pain. And for me, I don't see color. I mean, I see us all as human beings. And we all can love each other. I mean, love is simple.
Ken, who owns his own printing business for 35 years, appropriately named the Happy Printer, decided to spring into action, purchasing dozens of roses he could hand out.
The first thing I did was I went to Whole Foods and I also went to Publix and I gave out roses to all the African Americans in the store. And I said, I love you. And they said I love you back. And they said, God bless you. And they said, we need love more now than ever before.
Ken was so moved by the response, he posted pictures on Facebook, receiving 600 likes. Suddenly, Roses for Change on Facebook was born. His followers wanted to join him, buying roses too, and it's now become a movement, spreading love to people of all races. We recently caught up with them in Boca Raton.
I just want to say I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Michelle Bellman, who had never met Ken in person, wanted in on the love train and came out on this day to volunteer.
His message is just of love, and love yourself, and love one another. And he speaks to my soul, and he speaks to me because I love to spread love as well.
Some were skeptical, wondering if there's a catch to these random acts of kindness. But for those who understood it, it meant the world.
I think it's just amazing. This is really, really nice. You're really showing your love. You're taking your time to do this. Just amazing. And the red flowers, forget it. Just bringing brightness to this world. It's much needed. Thank you so much.
Seriously, so sweet.
Can you imagine what a world it would be like if we just all gave roses to each other instead of what's actually going on? Like, to me, that's a way to spread a message. Spread the message of love.
Lucky me, I received my rose. For more information on Roses for Change when they meet every Friday, go on to our website at cbsmiami.com. I'm Lisa Petrillo, Smell and Sweet, CBS 4 News.
Love you, Lisa Petrillo. That's the reporter there. Love you, love you, love you. So that was the first news where we gave out roses at Bed Bath & Beyond and we said, I love you, and people just lit up. So the second news, I was giving out roses to teenagers at the Milagro Center. and saying I love you. And these teenagers hadn't heard I love you in years from parents, siblings, friends. And it's basically, that's the way the world is. You know, if you really look at it, you know, people would rather say F you and hate than say I love you and love. It's harder for them to say I love you and love. In fact, it's the hardest thing for people to say is I love you and love. So for us to spread love and create world love, we got to say I love you to each other. We got to, like I said, what would the world be like if we all gave roses to each other? So the only way to spread love is to say I love you, really. So I love you, love you, love you, love you all from the bottom of my heart. And here at Florida Love, we're spreading love all over the world. We actually have a group on Facebook called Love Songs, which started out with one person like a year or two ago. Now it has 362,000 people from all over the world, and it's going to have over 1 million. And it has love songs from all over the world. Everybody wants to love and be loved. And there's the second part to this. Life is short, okay? I could pass right now on this show. I could have a heart attack and pass, anything, and pass. And I do tons of loving memories. Today we're doing a loving memory to Emilia's grandparents and her parents and her family. You know, that's a loving memory. They're still here. But they could not be here someday. So we got to love each other while we're here. Life is short. And I'm going to give you a great example because it happened to me. Okay? So here, I'm driving down the Florida Turnpike on December 6th, the evening, 10 p.m. Just driving along. I was talking to my mom. All of a sudden, boom! A monster truck hit me from behind, probably going about 100 miles an hour. Now, my car could have exploded. As you see the gas tank, there was gas pouring out of the back. Oh, Josh, love you, love you, love you, Josh. Love you so much, Josh. Josh has the biggest heart. He is pure love. Love you, Josh. He's amazing. Love you, love you. So please keep the comments coming, everyone. Keep the comments coming. Let's spread the love. So out of nowhere, I could have passed. So I know life is now. Life is short, like now, like second, second, second. We only have each second to say I love you. We only have now to say I love you to everyone. Now I say I love you to everyone because I know that's the only way to spread love. And when I say I love you to everyone, I'm free. Because to say I love you to everyone, you got to forgive and love. Forgive and love. So I'm just going around all day forgiving and love, forgiving and loving, forgiving and loving. So to forgive is to give up resentment. It's to give up anger. It's to give up whatever's there. Hatred for a person, whatever. To give it up and love them as human beings. Human beings. We're all human beings. We all have blood. So I don't see color because I look in people's eyes, like I said on that news. I only look in people's eyes to see their heart and soul. That's the only place I need to look. And love, saying I love you, is freedom, pure freedom. Who doesn't want to be free in love and happy? Love is pure happiness, pure freedom. So life is short. They all looked at me, EMS and the police said, how did you walk out of this? I'll tell you how I walked out of this. God is love. Matter of fact, on Easter today, this is perfect, right out of the Bible. Oh, man, love you, Abraham, love. Love you, love you, love you. Let's spread the love. Oh, love you, brother. Abraham's from Jamaica. One love, Abraham. Love you, love you. So God is love. God takes, when you say I love you to one person, he spreads it to all human beings. That's the power of love. That's how powerful love is. I mean, I walked in today, I said I love you to everybody. Everybody was saying I love you to each other. It's simple. When I go to Publix, I say I love you, and everybody says I love you to each other. It's simple. Just say I love you. I have a great thing here. One simple I love you can change everything for the better. You want to change someone's life, just go up to them and tell them how much you love them. Just say I love you. It's simple. It's simple. So I'm going to show you the second news now to show you where I give out roses and I say I love you to teenagers. So you see, we start from they were just hanging out doing nothing to dancing. That's the power of love. So please play the second news.
We're continuing to bring you inspiring stories from our area about people changing their communities for the better. Tonight, WPTV News Channel 5's Chris Gilmore shares the story of a man on a mission to spread love, one rose at a time.
Roses are red and Ken Lerman's suit is too.
Love you, Anthony.
If you see his bouquets, he has a message for you.
Man, love you, brother.
The 55-year-old loves love.
I love you.
And he now uses roses to let people know it.
No, I love you.
There's some pain behind Lerman's purpose. His Roses for Change campaign began this summer after he and people across the country witnessed the fallout following the death of George Floyd while in police custody.
How can one human being do that to another human being? Like, I was crying when I saw it.
Armed with roses and a message of love, Lerman says he wanted to reach those most affected.
I got to give this to all the African Americans. They're hurting.
His message has since caught on both online and in Palm Beach County, where he regularly shares love and roses to people of all colors. We caught up with Lerman with 100 of his favorite flowers in hand at the Milagro Center in Delray Beach.
A lot of learning goes on every day here in the Milagro Center, but today's lesson consisted of some flowers and 3 words going a long way.
I love you.
I was surprised and I was like, oh, I love you too.
A lot of these teens say it's been a while since they've heard those words directed at them, and even longer since they have been given flowers.
It was kind of weird at first. I was like, roses, giving someone flowers. It was kind of weird because I didn't expect that, but it's pretty nice. It's a really nice gesture.
He said, I love you, you stay safe, and he told my grandma happy birthday too.
Lerman says he hopes the connection he makes with strangers leaves a lasting impact.
That's my mission every single day, to spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love.
Because maybe all you need is love. In Delray Beach, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5.
And you can help us share stories that are inspiring South Florida. Just send us your ideas to inspiringsfl@WPTV.com, or you can head to our website to make a submission.
Love you, love you, love you, teenagers. So that's Chris Gilmore, the second reporter. And he said maybe all you need is love. Okay, so here at Florida Love, we say that all you need is love. That's it. Love is everything. So if you want to have a great life, just say I love you to everyone. You want to be free, you want to be happy. You know, people always ask me how to be happy. Just say I love you to everyone. It's simple. That's how simple it is. If you want to be happy, just say I love you to everyone. Love you, love you, love you, love you. I walked into a client today, okay? And I was handing my client a sample of something, and I went up to the receptionist and I gave her a rose. And she was like blown out of her seat, like, oh my God. She just said, oh my God, thank you. And I said, I love you. And she goes, I love you too. Made her day. How simple is that? So you don't even have to know the person. Everybody needs love. Everybody wants to love and be loved. Everybody. So just say I love you. Simple. So I say I love you to everybody. So I'm going to give you some examples, okay? First thing I'm going to show you, we say I love you to each other all the time, but this is actually like the debut of the 3-year Florida Love Show. The first Florida Love Show was on March 13th, 2020. Okay? Yes, it's April 7th, 2023, so it was a few weeks ago. But my first guest, I saw him this week to tell him how much I love him. I said I was going to show a picture of him, was Randy Coleman. This is my first guest. I love him so much. He's pure love. And ever since that show, he fell in love. He found the woman of his dreams, Sue. And they wished me a happy Passover this week. And I said, oh my God. You know how many people have come on this show and fell in love after the show? Because they get transformed with love. So this is my brother, Randy. I love you, Randy. Love you, love you, love you. Saw him this week. We gave each other the biggest hugs, said I love you. He was my first guest. March 13th, 2020. Love you, Randy. This is the best. The best. So again, I'm going to give you examples of how I say I love you to everybody. Angel from Cuba, my Uber driver. I'm sitting in the back. I go, hey, what's your name? Angel. I love you, love you, love you. We fell in love. I fell in love with my Uber driver. My Uber driver. Have you ever thought of, if you're in an Uber or a Lyft, saying I love you to your driver? I love you, love you, love you. And then like getting into a picture like this in love? So it's possible to have world love. Just say I love you. Then we have Kathy, love. She came to my building to deliver a prescription from Shipped. And we fell in love. Hugged. She's from Ireland. I said, Kathy, love. We fell in love. Love you, love you, love you. So anytime someone delivers to me, we fall in love. I say I love you, and we hug. It's simple, simple. And again, it just keeps going on and on and on. Rented a car from U-Haul. Yeah. And I love the girl over here. Love when she puckers up with that. U-Haul. Renting a U-Haul. Love you, love you, love you. And why not at the car wash? Getting my car washed. This happens to be Elise Love. She's cleaning my window. I roll it down. I go, Elise, I didn't know her name. I said, what's your name? Elise. I go, I just want you to know I love you. She goes, I love you too. Now, you know a lover when they say love you back. I mean, it's crazy. And we fell in love at the car wash. World love. It's possible. And here's one of my favorites. Why not at the 7-Eleven gas station? Do you know after every show I go to the 7-Eleven gas station, I give out roses to everyone and say I love you. And we end up hugging and kissing and just loving each other. Simple. 7-Eleven gas station. At the pump. We fell in love. I get emotional when I see this. So, and I just look in people's eyes and I just see the love. I see the love, 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 love. So, being that it's Passover and Easter, I go to my Jewish friends and I say, you know, what's Passover all about? Sometimes they don't know. Oh, you know what it's about? It's about a lot of food at the Seder and a lot of wine. I love getting drunk on Passover at the Seder. Well, okay, that's what it's about. But I'm going to just play you a little tidbit of the history of Passover so you can know basically what Passover is about for even people who are Jewish and not Jewish. So please play the history of Passover.
What is Passover? Passover is an important festival in the Jewish year. It is also known as Pesach in Hebrew. Passover is a Jewish holiday that commemorates the biblical story of Exodus, where God freed the Israelites from slavery in Egypt. The festival of Passover is a joyous celebration. Families get together to celebrate their freedom and the gift of life. When is Passover? The celebration of Passover lasts for 7 or 8 days and is held in March or April each year. The exact dates when Passover is celebrated is determined by the Hebrew calendar, with the holiday falling on the 15th day of the Hebrew month Nisan. What is the story of Passover? Passover is a time when Jewish people remember the Israelites' freedom from slavery in Egypt. Moses, an important figure in the Jewish faith, led the freedom over 3,000 years ago. At that time, Israelites were being kept in slavery by the ruler of Egypt, called Pharaoh. They were enslaved in Egypt, where they were forced to work in difficult conditions, building pyramids and other great buildings. God wanted the Israelites to be free from slavery. However, the Pharaoh would not let them go. So, God sent 10 plagues to the Egyptians: water turning to blood, frogs, lice, flies, livestock death, boils, hail, locusts, darkness, and the killing of firstborn children. During the last plague, God told Moses to warn the Israelites and instruct them to cover their doors in lamb's blood. This meant that the angel would know Jewish people lived in that house and would pass by them, which is where the name Passover comes from. Moses and the Israelites spent many years traveling through the desert to reach the land God had promised. After 200 years of being held as slaves, the Jewish people were finally free. How do people celebrate Passover? Passover is celebrated for 7 or 8 days. A special service called Seder happens on the evening before Passover begins. It includes religious rituals, food, songs, and storytelling. Before the meal, the story of Passover is told using the songs and prayers found in the Haggadah, a religious book that is read out during the Seder. It is traditional to see a plate that is partitioned into 6 small sections, each containing a different type of food. The foods are symbolic of different aspects of Passover. Eitzah is a roasted hard-boiled egg that represents sacrifice but also new life. Karpas is a fresh green vegetable which symbolizes the freshness of spring. Harazet is a mixture of ground apples, nuts, spices, and wine, which symbolizes the mortar used by the Israelites when they were forced to make bricks. Zeroah is a roasted lamb or chicken bone to symbolize offerings made to God. Maror and Hazaret are 2 types of bitter herbs, reminding people of the bitterness of slavery. Last, there is salt water to symbolize the tears and sweat of enslavement. What did you find out about Passover? For more Passover resources, check out the description below.
So that's a what is Passover basic history. I remember when I grew up on Long Island. Oh my God, Carol, I love you so much. Oh my God, you love my show. We need love in this world for Easter and Passover, Marty and Carol. Oh my God, love you so much. Marty, love you so much. Love you, love you, love you. So they've been on the show. Oh my God. Woo, I'm getting so emotional. Please keep the comments coming so we could spread the love all over the world, especially on Good Friday today. And again, happy Easter. And happy Easter to you, Emilia, right? You celebrate Easter, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So your family is Christian, Catholic?
Catholic, Christian.
Catholic,
a little combination.
Christian. Right. But in Venezuela, where you were born and grew
Catholic.
up, Catholic.
Is Catholic.
So I want to show everybody, okay? So I love Emilia. I love you so much.
Thank you, Ken. I love you too.
Love you so much. So when I met Emilia, again, I just looked in her eyes. She is pure love, okay? She's a miracle, by the way, okay? She was actually supposed to be born
a boy.
A boy. So why don't you tell everybody that story? But I just want to hold up one thing. So this is Ernesto.
Yes.
And this is Maria.
Maria Luisa.
And they are in total love, right?
Yes, they are. They're still alive today.
Like in love.
They're my second parents.
Yeah, so they were your second parents.
Yes.
They took care of you.
They took care of me a lot.
That's beautiful.
Now,
I never met my grandparents. So like to me, I adopt grandparents. So I've adopted them.
Yes.
And they are so, Ernesto's so handsome and Maria's so beautiful.
Yes.
So, and all of Emilia's family is gorgeous, like supermodels. So it starts off right here. Really?
Thank you.
Really? So you celebrated Easter growing up, right?
Yes, we celebrate it with a lot of love and a lot of family time with each other.
Did you have any Easter egg hunts or Easter dinners or church or anything?
We did. I actually have a very funny story of an Easter gathering that we had with our family. We had chocolate eggs hidden all over the outside of the house, and at the time I was growing up in Wellington, so I lived in a barn house and we had a llama as a pet.
In Wellington?
Yes, in Wellington.
I thought it was only horses. Now they have llamas.
It is only horses, but we got that llama as a Christmas gift for my sister. My sister and I, when we were a lot younger. I think I was maybe like 14.
And who gave you that Christmas gift?
My father and mother.
See how much love your
so
parents,
much love.
Right from here.
Yes.
And this is your dad's parents, right?
Yes.
So much love. And when you see the slideshow, everybody, I cried when I made the slideshow because there's so much affection and love in Emilia's family, pure love. So you went on an Easter egg hunt?
Yes, the llama went on an Easter egg hunt
llama did?
and found the chocolate eggs and ate them and then went crazy and started running all over the place, spitting at the little kids that were there Easter egg hunting. We had to catch the llama. It just was in a sugar rush.
Oh, that's so great.
It ended up being a hysterical Easter.
Oh my God, that's so
hysterically funny.
Yeah. So in Wellington, get a llama and find the Easter eggs with your llama. Yeah. Right? Probably found the chocolate ones, right?
Yes, he found the chocolate ones.
It's so great. That's a great story.
Yes.
So again, supermodels, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
So handsome, Ernesto, Maria, so beautiful, and your whole family. Love. Yes, Corey, love. You know Corey Oldham?
Hi, Corey.
Corey, love you, love you, love you. Who's
Much
Corey?
love to you, Corey.
Who's Corey?
I'm not sure.
Arthur.
Arthur.
Love you, love you, love you, Arthur. Yeah, it was such a pleasure to meet you today. Arthur. Love. And he was sharing about his son, his beautiful son, and his daughter. He just had a daughter. And just he is pure love.
Great to meet you, Arthur.
Arthur has a show here called About Wisdom. And you got to watch Arthur. He's amazing. I love you, Arthur, so much, so much, so much. So incredible. Who's Corey?
I'm not sure. He's someone here.
Oh, love you, Corey. Love you, love you, love you. See? It just spreads. Love just spreads. It's amazing. So I love this photo. Do you know who they are?
They're part of my dad's side of the family, but our family's so big. I actually have like 20-something cousins. So our family's is, so I don't know everyone in every single person in my family, more so my immediate family, like immediate uncles and aunts and cousins.
Now, who had the most siblings where you have all these cousins?
My mom's side. My mom is one of 6.
Wow. So is my dad, by the way.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, love you, Arthur. Bottom of my heart, love you. It was great loving you today. Love you, brother. He's my brother, Arthur. Love him. So again, so amazing. So your mom, 6. So all these cousins.
Yes, a lot of them.
And are they all in Venezuela, or some here, some Venezuela?
A lot of them are in Venezuela. I have some in France, and yeah, mainly Venezuela and France.
Yeah. So how old were you when you came here from Venezuela?
I was just 6.
6? Yeah. And you have a younger sister, Camilla,
I do.
right?
Yeah, Camilla. She was 1 when we moved here, so I'm about 6 years older than her.
And then, of course, your younger brother, Ernesto.
Yeah, Ernesto was born here.
Yeah. So what I love about Emilia, more than like her whole family, I love so much. You have Ernesto, the granddad. His son, who's her dad, is Ernesto. His son is Ernesto. Are there any other Ernestos?
It dates back quite a bit.
Yeah.
For sure.
Ernesto is like it's the history of her whole family. I love it.
Yeah.
I love you, love you, love you so much, Emilia. I mean, this whole week, and you know, since you said I'm going to be on the show, yeah, love you. Oh my God, love you, love you, Kenny, Carol, Marty, love you, Carol, Marty, love you. So much love. But ever since you said, you know, I'm going to be on the show, you transformed my life with love. I mean, there's so much love in your family.
So much.
So
I'm so
much.
grateful to be able to share about that today.
Yeah. So what would you love to say to your grandparents right now live on TV? Tell them how much you love them.
I would say that I love them so deeply. I love you, abuelito and abuelita. You guys have been such an immense part of my life and have provided me with so much love and nurturing. And my grandfather actually taught me how to swim when I was 2. So a lot of learning and a lot of growing has taken place thanks to you both, abuelito and abuelita. So I just want to say thank you, and I'm so happy that I can still spend quality time with you.
Oh. Wow. And he taught you how to swim.
Yeah. Yes. At 2, my grandfather was a very handy man, and he created like these little tubes that he would throw into the pool, and I would jump off of his shoulders and swim to the bottom of the pool to pick up the little tubes. and we just made it an adventure.
Wow, it's amazing the memories.
I have so many memories with them.
So many memories.
Most of my childhood memories are with my grandparents.
With your grandparents.
Yeah.
They were the ones who basically took care of you in your childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I love you too. I love you all. Oh, I love you, love you, love you. So I'm going to dedicate a song to them shortly. First, I want to play the history of Easter. Now that we talked about Easter eggs,
Amazing.
because some people don't know whether you're Catholic or not Catholic or Christian, not Christian. Some people don't know what it is. So please play the history of Easter.
Why do people celebrate Easter? Easter is the most important Christian holiday. It's a time to celebrate the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. During Jesus' life on earth, he was admired by many people as he told them stories they hadn't heard before. The people in charge were jealous and angry with Jesus, and they wanted to punish him. They pinned him to a cross on top of a hill in Jerusalem where he was crucified. Jesus died on the cross. His friends and family were very sad. When Jesus died, the earth shook. The curtain in a special place called the temple was torn in two. Jesus' body was put into a tomb. A large, heavy stone was put in front of the entrance. On the third day, Mary Magdalene and some of Jesus' other friends went to the tomb. Jesus' body wasn't there, and the stone had been rolled away. An angel told them that Jesus had risen from the dead. This is the celebration of Easter Sunday. Who celebrates Easter? Easter is celebrated by Christians all over the world. The date of Easter Sunday varies year to year, but typically falls between March 22nd and April 25th. How is Easter Sunday celebrated? People celebrate Easter in churches all over the world. Services sometimes start at midnight on the eve of Easter Sunday. Churches are often filled with candles that represent Jesus as the light of the world, and also flowers which symbolize a new life. Christians also celebrate Easter in their own homes by eating a special meal with friends and family. Eggs are a symbol of Jesus being resurrected and leaving the tomb. Children get chocolate Easter eggs, decorate eggs, and go on Easter egg hunts. You might even get a visit from the Easter Bunny. Rabbits are a symbol of the new life that spring brings. Turn and talk. What are some special things that your family does for Easter?
So you might ask each other around the dinner table for Easter, what are some special things we do? Or, ask other people, what's some special things you do for Easter? But I love Jesus. So I also love that they light candles all over the churches. Jesus is pure love. He is selfless. He gives just because, expecting nothing in return. That's what we are here at Florida Love and World Love. That's what love is all about, to give just because, expecting nothing in return. That's Jesus. I love you, Jesus, and I love you all. And, life is short. Like I said, life is now. Who could you give something to today? A rose, a penny, anything, and say, I love you, anything, or just a hug, anything, a card, anything, and say, I love you, to tell somebody how much you love them. So I want to share with Emilia, I love them. And so there's a song that came to my mind when I saw this. I don't know why. I've been wanting to play this song for so long on the show. And for some reason, when I saw Maria and Ernesto, I thought of this song. And I was like, I've been waiting 3 years to play this song. It's for them. I don't know why. God is love. So please play the first song.
Over
So I pictured, I know you told me how they met, I pictured that they got lost in each other's eyes. They fell in love. So how did they meet?
Well, my grandfather, they both lived in Venezuela, and my grandmother she's first generation Cuban, and she moved to Venezuela with her family, and they had a farm, and my grandfather would go there to get things, and they met and fell in love, and my grandfather asked my great-grandfather's hand for my grandmother's hand in marriage, and she said yes, and he said yes, so they got married.
Yeah, and they've been married ever since.
Yes, they have.
So what I pictured was that they got lost in each other's eyes. They fell in love.
I think
and
so.
I was crying during the song because I just can feel the love here.
There's a lot of love.
Yeah, I mean, teaching you to swim at 2, I mean, a whole lot of love with them, and also you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know, that song came to me.
It was a great choice. I loved it.
Yeah, so they got lost in each other's eyes. So I got a few things to show you. You know, I told you I have a lot of gifts for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you could tell everybody who this is. So who's this?
Oh, that's my dad.
Yeah, look how handsome her dad is.
My dad, Ernesto.
Yeah. And where is this taken?
That was in Switzerland.
And how come you were in Switzerland?
My dad dedicated a lot of energy, time, effort into his work so that he can provide the best life that he could for us, his children. So my dad took me there so that I could study French.
Wow. Because he wanted you to be worldly and
He wanted-
sophisticated and cultured the best you
Yes.
could be.
Yes.
He sent you all the way to Switzerland to learn etiquette, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And the language, the French language, which is the most sophisticated language.
And a very romantic language.
Romantic love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think I've seen a father and a daughter hug like this on the show.
Aww.
This is the most beautiful hug I have seen ever. And I'm talking again over 3 years.
Wow.
Look at you. You're like engulfed in each other. It's the most beautiful hug between a dad and, again, his first daughter.
Yeah. I love my dad so much.
Yeah, so why don't you tell the story of that you were supposed to be
A boy. Yes, so I mean at the time they had ultrasounds, so I don't know what had happened, but all the way up until the day I was born, the
Someone's going to
doctors.
hold both of these up while you say that.
Yeah.
What's the other picture?
My mom.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
Perfect.
So the doctors would tell my mother and father that I was a boy, and all the way up until my testicles supposedly descended. And then all of a sudden I was born, and I was actually a girl. So it was a big shock to everyone, and at that time my parents had gotten a lot of blue clothes and embroidered it with the initials EAL, because I was supposed to be named after my father, Ernesto Alejandro Lujan. But since I was born a girl, then they had to shift quickly and choose a name that was suited for all of the embroidery that they did. So they named me Emilia Andrea Lujan.
I mean, I think about your actual birth, and they're waiting for this boy to pop right out, right? Of mom, right? Mom?
Yeah.
And also, same thing with your mom. This is like the most beautiful hug I've seen. There's so much love. Your
Yes.
parents and your family, and it also comes from your grandfather Ernesto and your grandmother Maria. I think of when you were born, they're waiting for this boy to pop out.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden a girl pops out, and the ultrasound had confirmed that it was going to be a boy.
Yeah.
And then you were a tomboy, and your mom's a tomboy. Oh, Arthur, love you, Arthur. Love you,
Oh,
love
thank
you,
you,
love
Arthur.
you. Thank you, Kenny, for sharing so much heartfelt love. Love you so much, Arthur. From the bottom of my heart. Yeah, so there's so much love for you right now on the show from everyone. And so what's that like, being thought you're going to be born as a boy, and then all of a sudden you're a girl?
I think it was actually kind of impactful, because in two ways, because I was someone that they weren't expecting. So it was a shock. There was a lot of confusion at the time. And I do think that affected me in a way where, like, maybe I wasn't who I was supposed to be, but throughout my journey I've discovered that I'm exactly who I need to be, and my parents have loved me throughout all of my years, and even though I was a girl and they didn't expect it, my mom was still over the moon that she had a little girl that she could raise and be an example for. So it's been a blessing for everybody.
Yeah, so one of the things that I see always about you is, again, you're an entrepreneur like your parents. Both your parents are entrepreneurs. Both your parents are powerhouses.
Yes.
Powerful entrepreneurs. Not just entrepreneurs, powerful. That's who you are. A powerhouse. A powerful, powerful woman. And yeah, what a lovely guest. Yeah, there's so
Aw.
much love for you out there.
Thank you.
Love you, Marty.
Much
Love you,
love
Carol. Love you, love you, love you.
to Marty and Carol.
Yeah, there's so much love for
Thank you.
So I think that boy in you is part of that power of the girl that you are.
Yeah.
You're a powerhouse. So I have 2 songs from Powerful Woman that I'm going to dedicate to you shortly, okay? Because ever since I've known you, you're a powerful, powerhouse, power woman that could reach for the stars and always reaches for the stars. You have everything going for you. I love you so much, Emilia.
Thank you, Ken. I love you too.
Yeah, and you get it from Ernesto and Maria and your parents. Look at
Yes.
these. Look at these two powerhouses right here. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your mom and your dad, so everybody knows a little about them?
Yes, so my mother is a very talented builder, designer, who worked very, very hard her entire life to be the best she could at what she dedicated herself to. She came from parents that were entrepreneurs also. My grandfather was an entrepreneur, so she was very driven to make her own business. My mother and father worked together when they first moved here to the U.S., and my mom opened up her first company and started out small, selling appliances, sinks for kitchens, things like that. Evolved into remodeling bathrooms and kitchens, and now she builds houses from the ground up, and has really built phenomenal spaces. So I'm really excited to have a role model like her that has grown so much over the years, and pushed herself to be the best that she could be in her industry locally. And my father, also a dedicated entrepreneur. He currently lives in Mexico, with his amazing family, which is also part of my family. And he has just been there for me all of my life and pushing me to be the best version I ever could. My dad was very much into health, and he's the one that instilled that within me, and he was very much into personal development. He taught me how to meditate when I was 13 years old, and instilled a lot of very important values within me. He put me in landmark training when I was 19, and that really shaped me so profoundly.
You went to Landmark Forum?
I went to Landmark Forum when I was 19.
Yeah,
yes.
so I took that.
Yeah. It's an amazing...
For 30 years.
Wow.
I totally get that, because you are pure transformation. So you got that from your dad? Was your dad who registered you?
Yes.
Yeah, see? Amazing.
Yeah.
So here you have your mom building mansions. I mean, I feel the shaking with love for you right now, both your parents. So your mom's building mansions now,
yes.
multi-million-dollar mansions, and your dad's opening a pizza place in Mexico,
yes.
right out of Napoli.
Yes, traditional Napolitan pizza and pasta that they deliver within Mexico and soon the United States.
I mean, I see Mexicans lined up around the corner.
Yes.
For Napolitano pizza, especially from your dad. I mean.
Yeah, I mean that's just one of the businesses. He loves to cook.
Course, right.
Yeah, he has several. He's a very ambitious person. That's where I get it from. So he has multiple things going for him.
Yeah, and so he has created so many businesses. This is just one of many, and pure transformation and spirituality, and that's why you've always been in personal development.
Yes.
Wow, it's just amazing. And it all started with Ernesto and Maria.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. So I also want to show a picture here so you can say who this is.
That's my brother and sister. My brother is currently 16 and my sister's 23. I love them very, very much.
Yeah. And your brother's Ernesto.
My brother's Ernesto and my sister's
right,
Camila.
Camila.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they love you very much. So what would you love to say to your parents right now, live on TV?
Mom, Dad, I love you so deeply. I'm so grateful for the examples that you have led for me and all of the effort that you've put into giving me the best life possible. I know that everything that you have done for us has been for our best growth. So I'm really grateful to have you in my life and to continue to build our relationship deeper and deeper.
So beautiful. Wow. And what would you love to say to your sister and brother?
I would love to say, bro, sis, I love you and I'm here for you whenever you need me.
I'm sure they look up to you.
They do.
And they reach out to you when they
do.
need you.
When they need me. When they need me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what a beautiful family.
Mm-hmm.
Again, because your parents are so beautiful and your grandparents are so beautiful.
Yes.
Supermodels, like
Yeah.
just gorgeous. So I want to play the slideshow actually, because I want everybody to see your family in the slideshow.
Amazing.
Please play the slideshow. So beautiful, your family, so much love and affection.
Yes.
So what's it like for you to see that?
Oh, I was getting very emotional because I love my family so deeply, and being able to relive these memories. The song you chose was amazing, so thank you for putting this together. I'm really happy that I got to share my love for my family here on the show.
I love you so much, Emilia. You're a
I love
powerhouse
you too, Ken. Thank you.
of love. Like when they talk about that song, The Power of Love, that's who you are. Who you are is love.
Yeah.
So I have two songs after this that I'm going to play from two powerful singers that, to me, that's who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So please play the first song that came after the slideshow.
Maybe I hang around here a little more than I should. We both know I got somewhere else to go. But I got something to tell you that I never thought I would. But I believe you really ought to know. I love you. I honestly love you. You don't have to answer. I see it in your eyes. Maybe it was better left unsaid. This is pure and simple, and you must realize that it's coming from my heart and not my head. I love you. I honestly love you. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm not trying to make you anything at all. But this feeling doesn't come along every day, and you shouldn't blow the chance when you've got the chance to say I love you. I love you. Honestly love you. If we both were born in another place and time, this moment might be ending in a kiss. But there you are with yours, and here I am with mine. So I guess we'll just be leaving it as is. I love you. I honestly love you. I honestly love you.
So that's the world famous Olivia Newton-John, powerhouse.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I loved it. Thank you for sharing that song.
Yeah, just like what you said before, I honestly love you. To your family, to everyone. So I just have one question. Who's this?
That's my aunt. She's also my godmother. And those are my cousins from my father's side of the family.
I was like, who are all these beautiful people and children? And so that's your aunt, that's your godmother.
Yes, and my cousins, and my little sister is the one in the front.
I love this photo.
So cute.
So there's one more song I want to play before I end the show. And again, it's a powerhouse, power woman of love. So please play the next song.
Ooh. misty watercolored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Memories may be beautiful and yet what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So with the laughter, we will remember. Whenever we remember the way we were, the way we
The way we were, memories.
Beautiful. That song was amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So I love you so much.
I love you, Ken. Thank you for having me here and
Yeah.
sharing the love that I have for my family and for the world.
Yeah. So I love you so much. I love Ernesto and Maria, your grandparents. I love your parents. I love your siblings. I love your whole family. Again, they transformed my life with love this week and forevermore.
Yes, I feel the same, Ken. Thank you. I love
Yeah.
you too.
Yeah.
I love you, everyone, for watching. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Love you, everyone. So who you are is the power of love. Again, love you, love you, love you, Emilia. Thanks for being on the show.
Love you. Thank you.
So I love you all out there. Love you so, so much. So go out and love everyone in your life while they're here. Now. You only have now. So I love each and every one of you. I want to thank you for watching the Florida Love Show and Emilia and her whole family this week. And as I end every show, who can you give a rose to? I love you. You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Penny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken@florida-love.com or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life and have a loving week. Love you all.